EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing his Fouts. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Fouts. Looking for Toney on the out route, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Founts. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 156 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And Charles, you think Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third down at 13. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Fouts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They give to Johnson going right. Oh, a nice spin. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fouts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can.
As Sanders has it poked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Metcalf motions left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On play action, they'll throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's Fouts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The Chargers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Going for it with Sanders. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go to Johnson again. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
42. Chargers, nothing.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now back to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Up and good for Santoso.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Johnson jostles free. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
At the 22-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Now 2nd and 3.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here we go.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready, go.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chase Claypool, 60 yards. And the Broncos just continue to roll.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
This ball deep for Tony.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Hustle, hustle. Mikey, 18.
Up the middle, Johnson. And some space here.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. My, oh my, 250 yards rushing for him now on the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chargers 3.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Broncos get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chargers 3.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Another run here with Sanders.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pat the street. Pat the street. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Ready.
They try the left side with Johnson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 14. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Sanders. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see. And they'll call that one every time.
And quickly,
big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff it behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Chase Claypool, 45 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Now Fouts.
Flushed out right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And this offense on third down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, ready?
To throw is Fouts.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and long. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of 40. And they're going to speed things up here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
18 card, 18 card.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.